Japanese Prime Minister fires aide over anti-LGBTQ+ remarks.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Japanese Prime Minister, Fumio Kishida, has sacked an aide who said he would not want to live next to LGBTQ+ couples and that people would flee Japan if same-sex marriage was permitted. In remarks reported by local media, Masayoshi Arai, an economy and trade official who joined Kishida's staff as a secretary in October, said he did not even want to look at same-sex couples. His comments are outrageous and completely incompatible with the administration's policies, Kishida said on Saturday, in remarks aired by the public broadcaster NHK. Speaking to reporters later in the day, the leader said he had dismissed Arai, who had earlier apologized for misleading comments he made on Friday. Arai had made the remarks after Kishida said in Parliament that same-sex marriage needed careful consideration because of its potential impact on the family structure. The incident is an embarrassment for Kishida as he prepares to host the leaders of the other G7 countries in May. Unlike Japan, which has been ruled by the conservative Liberal Democratic Party for most of the past 7 decades, the rest of the G7 allow marriage or civil unions for same-sex couples. In a survey published by NHK in July 2021, 2 months before Kishida became Prime Minister, 57% of 1,508 respondents said they supported the legal recognition of same-sex unions. In November, a Tokyo court upheld a ban on same-sex marriage, but said a lack of legal protection for same-sex families violated their human rights.
This post received a score of 9,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Haha, eat shit bozo. He won't be missed and people are already leaving because of how repressive it is in Japan.
Him. I don't want to live near same-sex couples. I don't even want to look at them. People would flee Japan if same-sex marriage was permitted. Also him. My remarks were misleading. Okay, dumbass.
In a sense it was misleading as people would not flee Japan. Too bad his intentions were clear and direct. Shame indeed. Him. Shit, I got my private face and public face mixed up. Let me try again. I can neither confirm nor deny that I hate same-sex people, but conflict is such a pain and so I don't want to start one.
He said it after the PM Kishida basically said something similar but not as offensive. That legalizing it would upset many people and he doesn't think it's a good idea.
Greater than RI, who had earlier apologized for misleading comments he made on Friday. The opposite of misleading, brew. You couldn't be more clear about your hatred and phobia.
Man tried to drop a no homophobe, thinking it would make everything okay. Good riddance.
Why did no one grill Arai on why he thinks his comments were misleading? Were the reporters just there to take notes and then leave? Just ask him. You've been quoted to say you don't want to live next to LGBTQ+ couples and don't want to look at same-sex couples. How are these quotes misleading?
Sadly, that's not how reporters act in Japan. Authority is rarely questioned beyond the statements they make until someone decides to make a fuss. Most controversies, both political and personal, are handled behind closed doors and rarely aired out in public.
So why did the inside story leak out and lead to his dismissal? Incidentally, information leaks in Japan are frequent. They did a good job on this article, but a while ago there was an information leak about the Prime Minister's response to Ukraine. Overall here in Japan, I don't think Japanese journalists are excellent.
I said rarely, not never. Leaks can be frequent, outright questioning authority is not.
The conservative Liberal Democratic Party? This is how you win politics in America.
Two-dimensional political measurement is a gross inaccuracy anyway. It originated in post-Glorious Revolution England, monarchist versus parliamentarian, and no longer accurately reflect modern-day politics.
I agree with you there.
People will flee Japan if same-sex marriage is allowed to fucking where? Japan will be one of the last to pass gay marriage and your culture is one of the hardest to adapt to or from.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.